Benvenuti a Expo Talk, siamo con la cantante Meng Tian. You are a living example of the meeting of cultures because you are born in China and now you are living in Switzerland. How this influenced your music and your production, your artistic production?
It influences greatly. I mean, I probably wouldn't be a musician if I wasn't moving to Switzerland and getting the chance to actually pursue music. I started in high school workshop band music and then picked up the bass and played keyboard and then got into writing and singing. So I think moving to another country frees you and breaks you from borders that you thought you had before.
How did it inspire it?
It's very inspiring. I can't even express in words how much Zurich given me. They gave me an artist residency when I was 23. I was able to go to New York for 6 months and all expenses paid and getting money for just making music. So that's pretty unique. And yeah, that totally shaped the musical person that I am and the person that I am.
It is said that music is a medium that goes beyond culture, colors, race, and someone says that music is also food for soul. And what does it mean for you to the fact that music is food for soul?
Music is home to me. I mean, it's food, it's soul, it's connection, communication, integration with everything. When I couldn't speak the language yet in Switzerland, I was actually talking in music with people when we were in a band, when I was finally in a group that I was accepted. Food for soul, yeah, I think absolutely. That's the one language that everyone speaks and can understand without even knowing that we understand it.
In your songs, you talk about friendship, you talk about love and the need of love. Why do you think you sing about these themes? Why did you choose them?
I want to write about things that are not talked about too often nowadays. There's a lot of pop music out there that's just about nothing basically, and I want to make a message. I think that's what music stands for, what it should be standing for, connecting people through themes that matters to everyone, and those things are talked about not often enough, so I wanted to celebrate those.
As you know, the theme of Expo is about food, energy and sustainability. And have you planned or did you already have the chance to write a song about these themes, so the importance of respecting the environment and the resources of our planet?
It's a funny story. I actually, in normal life, when I'm not making music, work for an NGO that is called BioVision. BioVision.com, and its founder Hans Herren actually is a World Food Prize winner and alternative Nobel Prize winner, livelihood prize winner on food security, and it really talks about the sustainability and food security, how it can be achieved by small-scale farmers having more to say and what they can do, what they can achieve. And funny enough, before I even came to work there, I wrote a song named Every Day that's going to be on my next record that talks about that every day you can make changes and make choices that can change a lot of things. We have the SDGs coming up in September from UN, and if those get really passed, because we were on the process of also influencing some of the wordings that are getting into the draft really, and we've had some success as an NGO, and I'm looking forward to September to see if those decisions are going to be made that that our world becomes more sustainable at this age that it's really necessary.
We hope to listen to this song of engagement in some way, no?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And music can influence the perception of tasting. So if you have to think if you have to think to a food to eat while listening to your music, what would you suggest?
That's probably a really hard question because I would call myself a foodie. I like any food, any international food. I think any country's probably favorite popular national dish. Like I think of noodle soup in China, I think of pasta in Italy, I think of bibimbap in Korea, or just anything that is so hearty and you want to eat when you go home to your mom or to your parents, and that's the thing you've always eaten.
So you think that it depends on where you are listening to your music?
Yeah, and how hot it is. Like right now, I couldn't eat a noodle soup, but yes.
For the first time, a universal exhibition puts women at the center of the discussion because Expo Milano 2015 has a special project whose name is Women for Expo. And according to you, what's the importance of a women's perspective in dealing themes such as environment, respect, or sustainability?
Very important. I think we're the ones that actually get to decide what is gonna sustain in the end. And we're the ones that are gonna decide how many lives are gonna be brought into life, and also whatever whatever women choose, men will follow. So we have to really make sure we set our values straight and speak up for ourselves. What do we want? What kind of food culture do we want? Do we want fast food, slow food, sustainable food, organic food? How do we want to? What do we want for our children? What do we want for our nieces and nephews? And do we want a world that is full of profit and money, or do we want a world that is more of substance and content? I think it's a really great positive development that there is a women's panel now getting hold. I hope this to continue by the next Expo as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Grazie a Meng Tian per essere stata a Expo Talk.